Let's shout out Manscaped first before we get into why you're just dealing with the strength of that. Shout out Manscaped. Feedback is people are making use of the 20% discount by using the code winners. I'm glad to hear it. Enough of the man have come and told me they cop their thing and they're happy and it's patterned up their situation, improved on the sex life, improved on the appreciation from their girl. Enough of my name brand friend them have said they've made a purchase. Enough of my local friend them have said they've made a purchase and they said, yeah, it's a game changer.
Doing what it does, mate.
Doing what it does. Obviously, the man them have all got theirs. We use ours. I use mine on a regular basis, and it works well for me. So I suggest for the man, then give your girl a little treat, surprise her. You get me?
Trust me.
You're gaining an extra half an inch off that.
Mine's always rolling in my little travel pack thing.
Come on.
Yeah.
What about you, Nico? Should be making use of yours.
Yeah, man, standard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you saying? Bi-weekly and that?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Yeah, that's still
Bare
key.
things to turn up for, man.
Yeah, Nicholas is enjoying life.
Enjoying
That's what I'm
life.
trying to say.
Gotta keep that thing there neat, you know.
Yeah, that's still. Anyway, we move. That's enough of that. Manscaped.
Did it?
20% discount when you use the code WINNERS. If you're struggling with car finance, this is the company to go for. If you're not struggling with car finance, this is still the company to go for. Good credit or bad credit makes no difference. They're going to get it done for you. Carfinancearus.com.
Winners talking.
Anna, can you just check Daniel's mic for him?
if I-
Make sure that make sure that it's at the, make sure.
Then he put that place on the mic.
Make sure that it's right.
Hold on, you man. Hold on. Daniel,
Yo. So I don't have to. I could just be here, yeah. Yeah. A B C D. Yo.
Yeah, simple. Yeah. Rex. Yeah. Rolling. Anna, we good?
Yeah, man. Show me what it looks like. We did every interview. This time.
Oh,
Come on.
Yeah.
Show us the levels.
Let me see the shot.
Can I move around?
Yeah, you can turn the move for it.
You may want to just step forward.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's beautiful. Yeah. Love that.
So that-
Come on,
it's
levels.
collar, it's collar.
Gotta make sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything is good.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
Come on.
all right, good to go.
We're in Winners Talking Podcast. It's another one. Pound Store the Hustler, Big Dougie Doug to my right hand side. Special guest in the building today. We've got an Oscar winner, Golden Globe winner, BAFTAs.
BAFTAs, yes, BAFTAs.
It's not every day.
Not every day. Most decorated.
Come on,
The most
elite,
elite, you know.
red carpet walking.
Carpet.
We had to get a red
I've got
carpet
awards like
today.
it's Ballon d'Ors, fam.
No, come on.
You
He's
know
got-
what I'm saying?
it's a whole next level.
Whole next
Whole
level.
other level today.
The Messi and Ronaldo status.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you get me?
Pele.
Oh, Maradona.
Yeah, because he's been balling. From early. You know, levels.
We there.
He's got a movie out right now. Nope. I went to see it yesterday. I went to see it. The team told me, you better make sure you go and see that. Anna was on to me.
and it's on.
She said it's out tomorrow. Yeah, hint.
Beggar, watch that.
So I went and watched it. Anna was on smoke. Daniel Kaluuya in the building today.
Come
Great
on.
to have you there, my bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
No, come
Appreciate
on.
this.
The honor is ours. Let's start before we move on. I went to watch the film yesterday. Good movie. I was happy with that. It covers a lot. Science. Sci-fi. I didn't expect that from Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
It had a lot going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could ride a horse.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you about that because I know like how you're living and all that. You probably got a ranch and all of that.
Yeah.
But what were we saying? Like, with
A baby ranch. But I got more pigs than that. Do you know what I'm saying? I got a couple pigs and a couple. No, I ain't got nothing. No.
pig farm and that. Like my man from Snatch.
Yeah.
But, good movie, man. You and Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
Everyone should go and see that. It's out in cinemas right now. I suggest everyone goes and see it. It's a proper film. Good watch, Doug.
Yeah, I'm
Good
gonna
watch.
take that in, man.
No, go and take it in. As per usual, the big man smashed it,
Thank you, bro.
as you do. And Keke Palmer was amazing in it as
amazing.
well, man.
She's a star, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
What's your relationship like with her off camera? Did you know her before, like starting for the film, or what? Because the chemistry as you two as brother and sister, it seemed real. Like it was all.
No,
there
I
was a
didn't
good
know. I
vibe.
didn't know. Obviously, like, man, fan of I seen her growing up and that. But like, I was like, when they told me about the role and they said like, oh, there's a sister role. I said, who's playing the sister? And he said Keke. I was like, oh, well, cool, you're cool. Because not only like I feel like we've been waiting for a moment like this for her. You know what I'm saying? It's her first major studio film.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, she's never had this kind of push. And then she just, with the way the role's written, I was like, she's going to smash this. And then he texted me. We was rehearsing. I was like, I want to link up with Kiki. So they introduced us in the text. Then I think that night or the next day, sat down, went for dinner. She just interrogated me. Because I think out there, they just don't understand me. So they're like, what's this? What's that? Then she's like, oh, what you on now? And I had an F-150 because like the character had an F-150. So I was riding around with a truck, F-150 truck.
Yeah.
So we went to this house party, went to this chef's house. And all her girls are there, and her girls started interrogating me and all that kind of stuff. But we had a vibe. It was a little house party, and then I dropped her back. So good. It was a vibe, man. And then like with Kiki, she's just so open. You know what I'm saying? As a performer, she's generous. So when someone's generous and I'm generous, then it's like it's always gonna always good things are gonna come naturally. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And she's done the hours as well.
Definitely, because I've been seeing her for a long time. But let's focus on you. Because it's all about you right now. A lot's gone into having you here today. I have to big you up first and foremost. You're a man of your word.
Yeah.
When I saw you, it was about 6-7 months. I saw you at the party.
Yeah.
And you said to me, "Yeah, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna pull up."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"All right." Then I got the email, and that's when my relationship started with Anna.
Anna. In the building.
I can't praise Anna enough. Like, she's kept in contact. The communication's been all good. And listen, your team care about you, bro. You know, Anna was there before she put the thermometer into the ice to make sure it was at the
cold
right
enough.
temperature.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the harp player for when you're having your lunch
we had to
or the
take-
ostrich feathers.
We had to take
the fan man.
label off of this
I
water.
I did my best.
I like the duck feathers. That's what
The duck feathers was alright.
I like the duck feathers. A good.
Cousin T was fanning him with the duck feathers while while he had his lunch, you know, keep making sure that the temperature
Making
was
sure
right.
man was, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Nice.
But no, all jokes aside, but I can't thank Anna enough for how she orchestrated. Obviously, I know you're busy. I know you're super busy. So yeah, but with the communication was great. Like the back and forth, just making sure everything was in place for you. We got your tonic water.
Yeah, we've got
lime.
the
With
slim
fresh
lime
lime.
tonic
Now
water
what-
and the limes.
What's it saying?
I've had to
Tell the truth,
add a
dog.
lot. I've had to add a lot to get some flavour out of this. So I've added Red Bull, vodka.
Yeah, because let me bust a bottle to the fact that the
Come
big
on.
man's in the building. But yeah, very specific with fresh lime, not lime. You know, it's very clear. Tonic water with fresh lime.
lime, man. Yeah,
It hits different,
No,
right?
but it's nice. It's all right.
I'm gonna try and get onto that. So, all right,
Wasn't as refreshing as you said it was gonna be, but
personal. It's a personal thing.
a personal
It's a
thing.
personal thing. It's a personal thing. But all right, then let's take it back. Where are you from originally?
Camden.
Camden, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's Camden, but it's like say as if my estate was here, cross the road and that's Islington.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like on a border. So I went to school in Islington.
Yeah,
I didn't go to school in Camden. Well, I went in secondary school in Islington, but yeah, from Camden, yeah.
yeah. And I know you and Buck and the rest of the. Oh yeah, let's rewind. At the party, you lot told me I'm the treasurer of DSS. I want it on camera. Can we just confirm?
Treasurer, BSS, yeah.
Thank you. I like it. No,
That's what this interview's about.
That's what it's about.
Confirmation. They won't even catch us, gonna slap it up.
Man, they were
Officially
seeing me
the
on
treasurer of the DSS, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because people were seeing me on road and they're saying, but you're not really, I don't see you with Damson and them lot. And I'm like, yeah,
But treasurer's work.
Yeah, treasurer, I'm working.
Yeah, he's
I'm
working.
I'm putting it together. But all right,
handling books.
Camden, you wrote a play at 9 years old,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I did.
And it ended up being performed in,
Hampstead Theatre, yeah.
okay. So tell me a little bit about that. Like, what was the inspiration and what made you, or was it that
You know,
something in you? From
It's a
young?
mad thing. It's just like Roy Williams is like a really big playwright. And Jonathan Siddle, who works in theatre, they were just doing youth work, right, in schools in Camden. So they were just doing youth work, and then they got everyone to write a play. I didn't even know that it was you'd get perform, everyone write a play, yeah. And then like I was just messing about in class. Like I was just like moved in, whatever. And then the teacher said to me, it's actually a mad story. The teacher said to me, Daniel, get up. Yeah. And she said, look at Shafia. Yeah, Shafia was this Bengali girl, yeah. Couldn't speak English like that. Look at Shafia. She's even doing work. Look at you. She's just in front of the whole class. Chase. In front of the whole class, yeah. She just went, nah, you ain't doing work. And I didn't like that. And I was like, watch. And I just wrote this play, and it's based on Keenan and Kel. Just wrote this play. And imagine, yeah, I did a play for Roy Williams called Sucker Punch. years later. And when he told me, he said, you know, they didn't want you. I said, what do you mean? He said, like, we picked you, and then the teacher said, yeah, don't pick Daniel. Don't pick Daniel. Like, and then Roy was like, that's the number one person I'm gonna pick. Do you know what I'm saying? And he pushed for me. Then I won, and then it got like, yeah, and then my whole year came to the Hampstead Theatre, on my Arsenal JVC, you know what I'm saying, to like flexing. And then we got performed. Like, I think Leo Gregory was in it. This actor, and it was the girl from Queen's Nose. I remember she was in it, and then yeah, man, and they performed and play. It was just a surreal feeling, like. And I remember got to rehearsals, and it was just like, man, like real actors are like saying your words. You know what I mean? You're like this, and then you know what it was. It was after like how my area, like, because it was in the Camden Journal. It was like how my area reacted to it. It was just like, raw. Like, I remember there was a brother that was at Play Centre. He used to work at Play Centre, and he used to take care of me because then I would stay late. And I roll with his son and that. And then like he was just like, raw, like, you know, you just wrote a play, like. Are you gonna be able, like, do you understand what that means? Like, Denzel, I'll never forget, like, do you understand? I was like, nah. And then they all like, you know, like, Roy Williams was like, you know, you can do it, you know,
Let's just put it in context. This is 9 years old, primary
9 years
school.
old, yeah, primary school.
Right, carry
So
on.
then, like, Roy was like, yeah, you know, you can, like, keep writing. And I was like, nah, man, I'm outside, like, I'm not really on this writing thing. Like, I'm just a kid, innit? So I'm trying to play. So then, like, and then that happened. And I think I wrote another play next year in the class, and that got received well. Then I wrote a poem, I think got published, like when I was 11 or 10.
Creative.
And then I just left. Then I just went to living my life at school.
So where did the acting side of it start?
It came from like, because I wouldn't say I was bad, yeah. I was just like, you know, no one just had mad energy, do you know what I'm saying? And I just don't, if someone does anything to me, I just don't have it, yeah. And then like, and then a teacher told my mum, he should get into acting, he's got too much energy. And then a plumber was doing our flat, and then my mum was looking for acting classes, and the plumber told her, oh, you should try Anna Sher, which was in Angel. And then got on the waiting list at 9, put down on the waiting list, and it took 4 years to like get on a class, get in the community class. So then at 13, I went to the community class, and you pay like £5, you learn how to act through improv. You know what I'm saying? And then so that's kind of the first kind of acting that I was doing. So then I still didn't know I was doing. I just was just like, oh, it was good. It was good to just. And then I realized years later, I think there's some guy I know, and then our mums obviously know each other because we were bred as youths. And then they were talking, and they were like, why did Daniel get into acting? And then my mum said, yeah, to get him off the streets.
Good.
So then everyone so every Saturday and Friday, I was in acting. Like it was never like. I was never out. I was never like, so then acting or I'd go to my sister's.
Yeah.
Like she was always like, nah. Always like put me in, like, yeah, all weekends I was just there. Yeah.
We talk about that a lot, like hobbies and extracurricular activities to keep kids off the streets. And once they love it, that's where they want to be.
Yeah.
And I guess that was the same for you.
Yeah.
So all right, before we get to superstar, tonic and lime water, Daniel, like, let's talk, before we get to all of that, before we get to that, I got to ask you this. This is a personal question I want to know for myself. Because I did used to watch this show. Posh Kenneth.
Yeah, Skins.
Yeah. Everyone remember Skins?
Yeah, I remember.
All right. Yeah. Was Posh Kenneth a posh you acting street or a street you acting posh because he wanted to fit in?
It's a posh you acting street.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I justified the way that the street lines were written.
Yeah.
Because I had to go to elocution classes. That's
Right.
every time that, like, I had to go, like, when I was 17, like, I couldn't do the posh. When I did the read-through, they actually gave me classes to, like, elocution classes, how to speak posh. So that was the dialect for me. So now, even now, thinking about it, yeah, that's how I got into, like, one of my first roles, had a dialect. So then I'm used to, like, changing my voice,
your voice.
to do something,
Yeah, it's mad. That Skins cast, the things that you lot have all gone on to do.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
But I say Dev, it's Dev, man. Like, Dev, like, remember, we was in Skins now, and then he was like, first season, what's mad, yeah? Like, everyone got signed. Like, I think a couple actors had agents.
Can we just say who Dev is for those
Dev
that
Patel.
are non-Hollywood?
Dev Patel.
Yeah, Dev Patel.
And
That's the one.
the story.
What's his film?
Slumdog.
Slumdog.
And
There you go.
So then boom. So then he's like, and then like everyone got signed apart from Dev. Everyone got signed apart from Dev. So then like something happened. Then Skins was on TV and they were looking for the role in Slumdog Millionaire. And then Danny Boy's daughter was watching Skins. And she said, "What about him?" yeah. Then he got first 2 roles, Skins and Slumdog, without an agent.
See?
So then we're like, right, you're doing this film, like, Danny Boy was like, that's mad. I'm still rolling with him, and then the film just goes nuts, and it's just going mad. And then I think for me, I'm a kind of man, if I'm being around someone, then I know it's possible. So then I'm like, I was rolling with him, and then like 2-3 months later, man was on the Golden Globes. Man was at the Oscars. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think he just set pace for everybody, and kind of like, this is the bar. Do you know what I'm saying? Just by like Slumdog, when Slumdog's a good film. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's not only like, it's just like, it's gas, it's a good film, and then he got signed, and I think it was cool that like he was the one that didn't get signed. Yet he was the one that popped the most out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So at that time, so yeah, man. Skins was a mad time.
Is it Skins that took you to Hollywood?
Nah.
Or was it on the back of that?
Like, Skins was... So it's funny that, and then we were doing Skins, and then a lot of the other cast got American attention, like from agents, and I didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So then like, but I was cool. I was doing Silent Witness, I was doing Lewis, I was just... I felt like the role Posh Kenneth wasn't really a role. Like I was only supposed to be in it for 1 episode, and I did well in the read through, and then they wrote me in more.
Do you know why it sticks so much in the man's mind, the Posh Kenneth thing? Because there wasn't that much black representation at the time, so it sticks. That he was like, carry on, brother.
And then so then I was doing that. So I was just doing my thing, and then I did this play, Sucker Punch, at Royal Court, and that was my first lead role. And then I got, off the back of that, I got auditioned for Black Mirror. So Black Mirror was a role that wasn't race specific. And then I think that I got into the room because of Sucker Punch. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Shaheen Baig, the cast director, fought for me. And I remember it was touch and go if I got it or not, the Black Mirror role. But I think Shaheen and Charlie Brooker really fought for me to like do that role. And then when I got that role, I thought, yeah, I'm up. Like I got my lead role, Black Mirror, this is that and the other. Then nothing for years. Like
just went silent.
Silent, bro. I couldn't but then I was like, it got to a point where I was getting roles. And then it was 3 times in a row, I would get the role, and then exec goes, no black leads. And then it gone. Then boom, no black, and it gone. And I'm like, and then I was jaded. And I was like, what's the point? Do you know what I'm saying? What am I doing here? And then I think I got Sicario, and I did that, and then I dipped out the acting game. I was like, this ain't good for me. And I didn't do it for like a year and a half.
What were you doing in that year and a half?
Reading.
Yeah.
I went back to writing because I wrote on Skins. So I went back to writing. So then I was reading, and I was like, how did I write that episode of Skins? I wrote episode of Skins at 18 and that. Right. So I was like, right, how did I do that? I was thinking, when I was old, I was like, what was I on? And then and I was like, oh, because I just read scripts. So I just find my favourite films and I read the script just to learn craft and that. And then so I was reading, but I was learning about myself, and I was reading books that I wanted to read. I just took time and just dipped out. And then the Get Out script came. But then also what happened was Black Mirror touched Netflix. So Netflix wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Then Netflix became a thing, went on Black Mirror, and then everyone, I was getting invited to press shoots in New York and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, why, I don't understand what's happening. Oh, Black Mirror, this is 4 years ago. 2-week shoot 4 years ago. And I'm like, what's going on? And then Jordan saw Black Mirror, and then the Get Out script, and then I got
Get Out,
Get that big film.
Let me take a moment, because we're not fully taking it in. We've got Daniel Kaluuya in the building. Let's not downplay who that. No, let's not do that. Let's not downplay.
Give man his flowers,
no, let's not downplay it. Come on.
Give man his
I know you're
flowers.
local. One thing I'll say, you're a local guy. You're very local. I might banter you a little piece about it because you're with Hollywood Bucks in the building as well.
Yeah.
You understand? Red carpet beat.
Red carpet
beat. You know, Britain's got buck.
Britain's got back.
You know, so
Man might lose that treasury position.
Hey, touch it, go. We don't want.
I got to tell you a contract.
We don't want no internal conflict within the DSS.
No, there's no conflict, man. It's love. It's love. I wore the salmon in honor of the chairman.
Yeah.
I wore it. The chairman said to me, bring back out that salmon joint. He said it to me the other day on my birthday, bring back out the salmon joint. So I did as he said to represent for the DSS as the official treasurer. But yeah, anyway, back to that. We've got Daniel in the building. Let's not downplay or not recognise what you've done, because I know you've won an Oscar, which is, we're going to get to that, because come on, that's like the pinnacle for an actor. and I know you've accomplished great things, but to us, you're one of us, and you know what our audience is. So we have to give it to you from our audience and show the appreciation. Let's give them a round of applause from the lads. Come on, man. Come on. No, it's real. It's real. It's real. Because it's a win for all of us.
Yeah.
So Get Out.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking film.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah.
So you get that script, you're reading it. What's going through your mind as you're reading?
I'm like, this is a madness.
Yeah.
I was like, at the end of it, like, so like, if I read the script, yeah, the first word I say is the truth. Everything else is like fugazi. I'm just trying to be intellectual and blah blah blah. The first word, and then I finished it. I was like, raw. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that image of him strangling her is so mad. And because I'd done what's the blessing of it, like a lot of my team understood what that was, what the script was. But because I'd read loads of scripts, and the script reading, what I realized when I was doing it, I was like I'd find like Toy Story and I'd read that script. If I liked a film, Terminator 2, I'd read that script. If I liked a film, I'd just find it and read it. But what I was doing by like as a product was like I was understanding why I liked something. You know what I'm saying? So then when Get Out came, I was like, that I knew when someone knew what it was, and I knew when someone knows what they're talking about, what they want to say. So I was like, this. And remember, these times it's not Jordan Peele, it's Key and Peele. That's right. The guy, and it's not like, and it's Jason Blum. He's like from Blumhouse. It's like the horror films weren't seen as like things that would go to the Oscars. Do you know what I'm saying? They're more like slashy horror for like 4 million. That's his model. So it's like, so yeah, I just knew that I was like, and there was another film that I was going up for, and a lot of people in my team wanted me to do that film, not Get Out. And then that film didn't work out, and then I didn't get the role, and then like, I was like, you know what, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. I think this is the one. I think this is the one. And then yeah, it was just the script. It was just so well written, and like it was just like, and it's just like, all right, this is how. A lot of situations, this is how you feel, innit? When something's happening to you and you just, this is how you want to react. Like, it was and then I just, when I'm Skype with Jordan, I was just like, raw, you done the work. Like I saw that he'd done the work. Like he'd done the hours. He understands story, he understands structure. And then, yeah, then I was, Sicario came out. And then Sicario came out, I was in New York. And then I had the option to go to London for the Sicario premiere, or go to LA for the week of Sicario coming out. So I paid money and went to LA. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I got to be out there when this film comes out. And then like, so I missed the London premiere of Sicario, and then I was there, and the Get Out audition was on that week. Just in that week, boom. And I got the role from that audition.
Amazing.
Big, bro.
Then it comes out and it's so well received. How did that feel? That must have been your biggest hit film at the time.
100%.
By far, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even understand it, bro. I didn't even understand what was happening, bro. Like, we was filming Panther at the time. So I was in America, and then I'm like, and then like the people on set of Panthers was changing for me, because then it hit number one, and then I'm not even registering what that even means. I'm a black brother. It's a black film, and it's got number one in the box office. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's made for like 4 million in 23 days. Do you know what I'm saying? And then like, they're just like, what do you know? They're just like, do you understand? I remember Ryan called me one time, and the film Get Out came out on my birthday. And then like,
by Ryan, you mean like Ryan Coogler?
Let's
for the non-Hollywood dons, we gotta keep,
I didn't know who Ryan was.
I know you didn't, but I'm here for you, dog. I'm here for the,
You know that?
I'm here for the common man and the name.
No.
But carry on, my bro. Carry on, my
Ryan
bro. Yeah, not Ryan from Catford. Yeah, the other one. Go on. Ryan Coogler. Yeah, carry on.
I remember because the scene that I shot that day was me fighting Panther.
Right.
Wakabi fighting Panther. So he was like, and I left, and he just called me. He was like, Daniel, man, I just want to say congratulations. I was like, what? Like, he said, yeah, this is a hit. I said, it hasn't even come out yet. He goes, no, I know a hit when I know a hit. It's a hit, man. It's your birthday today. You fought the Black Panther, and you got Get Out coming out.
You're winning.
And he was like, yo, taking this day. And I was like, yeah. But so much is happening. Remember, I'm doing the press tour. Like, I did the press tour without a publicist. I did the whole Get Out press tour without anyone that was like that's like wild to do. Yeah. Because I just didn't know. I was like, right, cool, I'm just me, innit? Like,
roll up.
Just rolling, innit? Yeah. So, and then it's before Anna. PA, pre-Anna. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's all they all have. There's either pre-Anna or post-Anna?
Post-Anna, like, you know what I'm saying? I hear you. Pre-Anna. No one was caring about my branding.
No one was paying attention.
No one was caring. All these brands were around me.
I was pulling up as collar was out.
I was endorsing everything.
Yeah.
I was giving tap water. You know what I mean? But
No fresh lime.
And no, never. And then yeah, like it was just nuts. And then coming back, and then it's getting bigger as it's every week it's getting bigger. Every week it's getting bigger, and I'm in Atlanta. I'm like, this is nuts. Like, and then I remember it was mad because I remember I went into Uber in Atlanta, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, man, you look like that guy in that movie. Like, I was like, yeah, I get it all the time, but you know I'm British, so not because I heard that guy's British. I was like, that's when I was like, oh, this is another. I've got into, you know what I mean? So, but I still wasn't present. I still wasn't registering it, and then I come back to ends, yeah. And I'm like, when I go away for a job, I would give up wherever I was living, and I go back to Mumsy's, get myself up, and then, you know what I mean? So I'm back in the estate. Like, after I come, like, shooting panther, go back in the estate, and the man, I'm like, you can't be here. I was like, no, come on, it's cool, bro. He's like, it's different. I said, I've been on TV. Like, everyone knows that I do, like, it's different. Yeah. It's different. He said, I said, I can get the bus. I was like, forcing getting the bus. Like, I'm still real. I'm doing too real. Even Buck was shy. I was doing so much. Buck was like, you can't do this. I was like, I can, like, I actually can. But then I didn't catch up with what happened. Even like,
hold on, did you say you're Black Panther and Get Out?
I just finished shooting Black Panther.
Oh, you just finished
shooting Black Panther, and Get Out had come out. And then I didn't realise. I remember when I was in Carnaby Street walking, and then people in EE were just hailing me. I'm like, oh, yo. I'm like,
the champion.
Yo, this is different. Like, this is different. And then I was like, I had to really, like, it was just, I had to catch up to a lot. But then it didn't stop. Because I remember, like, Get Out came out Oscar weekend. And then that never happens where you make it to the Oscars the next year. Yeah. Before that never ever happens. Like, so then when that's February, and then by the end in autumn, the award season starts coming, and then I'm in the conversation, and then I'm getting nominated, and then I'm on the road, and I'm like, yo, what is going?
So Get Out got Oscar nominations as well.
Yeah, Get Out got Oscar nomination, and I'm on the road, and then I got nominated like for a horror film for 4 million 23 days.
You did smash it though.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You
Thank
killed
you.
that role, bro.
So, and it's just like, it was just a really surreal, like, I'm still processing that. Because it was like a year of like, your life is just, I couldn't move how I move. I was going back to my gym. People are filming me. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, you're not going gym, so you're not really trained. You know what I mean? You're like hiding and this, you know what I mean? Because you're not like, you weren't. I did the role. I didn't do that. I didn't expect any of that. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, I'd been in the game for 10 years by that point. So I always thought, you get a bit buzz for 2 weeks and it dies down. Like, that's what it is. Like, but then it just didn't stop. It just kept on getting bigger and getting bigger. So it was a crazy time.
All right. Before we get to your role, Fred Hampton. Yeah. What you're saying there, I say, Doug, with Daniel, and I told you this when I saw you at the gala. I think one of the main things with you that I always have to big you up for is that you're so down to earth and you're so grounded in how you move. Like I said, I told you, when I went up to Manchester City to do a talk for that, you remember, for the under-23s. They brought me up there to talk to the under-23s because they're at a stage in life where they're making, under-23s, half of them are playing for the first team and all of that already. They're already making big money. So they brought me up there to talk to them because they wanted to, their manager, Brian, big up Brian, he wanted to teach them about character and being decent human beings. And while I was talking to them, organically, I didn't plan it, the example I gave them was you. I said to them, listen, do you not know who Daniel Kaluuya is? Obviously, they all said yes, because he's a big Hollywood don. They were like, yeah, we know. I was like, right. I said, if he came in the room right now, the way he's going to treat everyone in the room and the way he's going to conduct himself, you'll forget. Because I'm not going to lie to you, Daniel. Sometimes I forget. I'll be with you sometimes, like when we're at the party or whatever, and then it's when I go,
Man,
that's when I really be like, or someone will say to me or something going, and I remember like, oh yeah, this is what. But because you act so grounded and down to earth,
that's how it was at the gala.
Like, anytime I see you, and that's why I use you as an example to these boys that are going great places. of someone to conduct themselves like. So I know you're never gonna lose that, and you're a credit to your people, your family, and everything that you do, my bro. But anyway, let's get back now. Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
You've just done Get Out. You've knocked that out of the park. The world is yours. When you read that role, did you see to yourself like, yeah, this could be, I don't know, another Oscar nomination?
No, you know what? I tell you how that was mad. So we did the reshoots of Black Panther. It was in LA, and then it was a mad day because I didn't have nothing was there. I was just basically the camera, and half my costume was there because they didn't have the budget to like do everything. And then Ryan Coogler and Zinzi Coogler, they pulled me to the side, and he was just like, "Yo, we got this. We're making this Chairman Fred Hampton film. Like, we want you to play Chairman Fred." Imagine, just pulled me to the side and said that. Said, "We're gonna send you the document. We'd love you to meet Shaka in New York." Remember, I'm still on the press tour. I'm on the awards run. So then he's like, "Shaka, yeah, I'm going to New York like for something." And then he's like, "All right, cool. Read it, and then when you get time, read the script." So I had to wait till the Get Out press run finished with like award season, all that kind of stuff. And then I took some time. Then he sent me the script, and I read it, and I was just like, the ideas were so like, it blew my mind, like what he was saying. So like, it was just like, this man's mind is on another tip, you know. And then like, I was so inspired, I just read it again. Like I never do that. I just read it again, just because I wanted to. And then I hit Ryan. I was like, yeah, I'm on it. I was like, I'm on it. And then I think when I spoke to my agent at the time when he's speaking about it, and I in that conversation I knew it was one of those ones. Like, this is an Oscar one. This is like a biopic one. This is like so, like this. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I had to like make sure I wasn't in my head about that. Do you know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I'm doing it for the right reasons and not like to get awards or to get this, to get that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was a big thing. And then I did a film in Chicago, funnily enough, Widows. I did that during that time.
We got to talk about that in a minute. But that's one of my.
Yeah.
Let's get back. Don't let me forget.
Yeah, I did that.
Widows, I'm on it. Yeah.
I did that, and I did Queen and Slim. So I did a lot of things. Like I did that, and then it got pushed back a bit more because it was just like funding and stuff like that. Because it's hard to get a film like that made because of the politics of it. And then yeah, like when I was prepping for it, I just knew I had to be really clear about my intentions for doing this. You know, saying why I'm doing this. So then I was like, I hadn't met the family, I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I just pulled up to Chicago. I said, yo, tell them I'm here. Tell them I'm here for a week. Just tell them I'm here. If we can or not, tell them, like, just tell them I'm here and I'm ready to meet. If we can do it, if we can't, tell them that I've made an effort. I flew up, put on my plane, came here and said, I'm here to meet you. But then on that time, I went to the Maywood, the area that Chairman Fred's from, met all the people that kind of like, not his contemporaries, but like people that knew him. And then like, but they're still OGs. So then they took me around, and then they proper looked after me, went to his old high school, went to all the places they used to talk at. Like I'll be there, and then I'm just there, like basically like it's this junction where it's like safe in Chicago, this place, because it's like a neutral ground. You know what I mean? So I was there, but this is where Chairman Fred used to speak. I think there's murals there now. And then like, and then brothers would just come up to me like, yo man, get out. It's like, what, you just here? I'm just here, bro. Like, I'm just feeling like, and then I really got to understand like what he means to them. And that's what I went there for. Do you know what I'm saying? What does he mean to the people that are from there? You feel me? What is that? What is like, what's happening? Do you know what I'm saying? Who am I doing this for? You feel me? Like what am I representing specifically? I mean, I know what I'm representing, but what specifically am I representing? So I went there, and then I did loads of work, made loads of decisions, and everything started to arrive with me. I got this dissertation came in, there's this and that, and like all this stuff. And imagine like now there's loads of footage of Chairman Fred online because of the film. And back then there was like 3-minute videos, 4-minute videos. Yeah. Like, remember when the film came out and there was a 20-minute, I was like, I could have used that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have used that 20-minute. Like, I'm stitching off 4 minutes, stitching off a 3-minute. Like, do you know what I mean? So, but all that, I started patching that together on that trip, and then the engine started properly running for it. Yeah.
How are you trained acting wise?
And Anna shares. Like I did Anna's like improv. I did whack. I just did youth groups. I couldn't afford NYT.
Just for those, because there's going to be a lot of people watching, aspiring actors, actresses. Just for them, like, so yeah, go on to run it through again. What you did personally.
Personally, I did improvisation. It was mostly improvisation and then like scene work. So say as if like in whack, like it's like £1.50 a class, yeah. And if you show up to every class, you get the next year free. You feel me? And so I think I was getting 3 classes.
Yeah.
Times it. And then like, so you just show up and do scene work.
Yeah.
And then improv and like, I remember that's when I first did a bit of Shakespeare. Some like great teacher, Ben Bennett.
Yeah.
Like he was the only one that made me understand Shakespeare. I didn't really understand him like that. It didn't really mean anything to me. I was like, well, this is like, what's he talking about? So it was just like it's just youth works and youth leaders, you know what I mean? So that was like, that's where I came through. And then there's NYT, which is National Youth Theatre, but I couldn't afford that. You know what I'm saying? At that time, so I would just do it in my local area, like, and theatres in local areas just keep doing it because I caught the bug, like you said, like I just caught it, and I just loved it, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So that's how I came through, and then I just learnt on the job, essentially, learnt the craft on the job. I kept on going whack whilst I was still working until I realised it was a bit deep for me going, because you be doing a duologue with someone and they want to do it on a showcase, and you're not showing up every week, and that other person's getting let down. Do you know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna kind of showcase. So I was like, let me just step back and not really like so. But I kept on training kept on working until
letting them know that it's possible out there, you know what I'm saying?
Clearly.
Yeah.
So, all right. The Oscar. You win an Oscar.
Yeah.
Before I even get to you, how's your mum feel when you win the Oscar? What's your mum saying
when I win an Oscar?
Yeah.
I can see that like she's like. She kind of don't. It's like she's just not like she's just like raw. But no, it's a funny thing, yeah. My mum, when we was at when Get Out nomination, when we was on the red carpet, yeah. My mum was there. She said to someone like, she went to her, goes, oh, I can't believe I'm. And it's just, no, I'm joking. I always knew I belong here. And she said, and then on the red carpet, she said to me, I said, I used to see those people on the TV, and I said, my son could be there. My son could be there. So she always was like, no. She knew like let's, and so, but she was very like, we don't like, I hear about what my mum says. She don't really tell me like that. I think she wants me to keep
that drive.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Drive.
But she's way more kind of like, she's way more like, right, I'm proud of you. Like, wow, like what you've done is, she, you know what it is? She goes, she's like, these people don't know where you come from. That's what is more time. It's like they don't know the journey. Like we know the journey. Like, so it's that thing where like, and then that's a lot of time I get in America where people don't understand, like, because they don't understand Britain, they don't understand London, they don't understand like what is the journey, how many like stuff you get. Not that like they're blocking me, but it's just there are blocks. You know what I'm saying? And you have to, and then also you're like ahead of the curve sometimes. Like I wrote sketch shows that wanted to get sent in for BBC and yada yada yada. They didn't get commissioned, but then Famalam does. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's because it was ready then. You feel me? But you were just ahead. You mean in a certain sense. So yeah. So my mum's a bit like you can tell it's kind of like, but she always was. I remember I wrote an episode of Skins, yeah, and it was on TV. Me and my sister watch it, and then at the end, my name came up. She's like, "How did you do that?" And I'm like, "Oh no, it just comes to me." She's like, "Okay." And then in that moment, I felt like, "Oh, she just understood that I'm a bit different."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we don't really have those kind of conversations like that. Though.
Right, your mum's always believed in you.
Always.
She put you in, from what you just told me here, you got put into acting from early. She went out of her way to make sure it happened. She could have given up an early hurdle and been like, it can't happen.
No, and also she just always, whenever I saw, like, imagine 18, I said, no, I'm not going to uni, I'm doing this. Like, and then she's like, what? And then like, and then I just was just like, I think my thing is I'll always show her the plan. I go, you're this, and she's like, all right, cool. And then she just supports me.
Yeah, she understood.
And she doesn't like, as long as she sees that, it's more time she's challenging me and see if do I believe in it? And if I go, no, I believe in it.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, cool.
Good mum. All right. You win the Oscar.
Yeah.
Because I saw the after party video. It looked lit.
Yeah, it's
But
popping.
we, it looked lit still. No, I'm gonna lie. Man, there was enjoying. Look at the grid.
It's popping.
Puppy.
Yeah.
So yeah, how you feeling now? How you feeling when this happens? When you were nominated, did you feel confident you were gonna win? How did you feel?
I knew when I won the Golden Globe, because Golden Globes not necessarily like, they don't really champion films like that. So when I won the Golden Globe, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, things are going.
things are gonna go, and that's at the beginning of the award season. And then when I won, bro, too many. It's kind of, you're just delirious. It's delirious. Like, you're just like, it's hard to get your head around. I'm still getting my head around it. Because it's just like you go in there, you're like, imagine I come off the stage, the first person I see is Don Cheadle.
Come on.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, this is the person I just hug back, like,
Cheadle. See the man devil love Don Cheadle.
you know what I mean? It's like, Hotel Rwanda, you mad? Like,
Come
so,
on.
and he just hugged, man. We just hugged each other, yeah. And then like, he's like, no. And I was like, yeah, togetherness. I said something like that, and then I was just like, then you're off on one, and then you're meeting legends, just walking there, meeting legends. You're holding the statue, bro. Like, just meeting legends, and
Say some
then
names, brother. Let the man them
whacking Phoenix, the guy from Joker.
Yeah.
Hailing you up.
Big
Like,
actor.
Big.
like Reese Witherspoon's hailing you up. Like, like the legends are just there hailing you up.
It's an elite group you're in, bro. An Oscar winner.
Bruv, it's an academy. You know what I'm saying?
Nice,
Don't let no one in that door there, you know.
Just any and anyone, you know.
No.
Come on, no Will Smith. Keep going.
You know what I mean? What was Will there?
Now, Will was there.
He must have been vexed.
Carry on.
Yeah, it was just like really like surreal, and then you go back, and then going back to my house, and my boy Daryl was there. He came to Oscars with me. He was in Judas, and then he was like, "Yo, big hail up. He's gonna get changed for the after party." And I'm just in my house, is going raw. Then the man them show up, innit? Like,
Come on, let's keep it local.
and then Buck, Damson, Dave.
Oh, Buck was there, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, Buck's not far, you know.
Hollywood B.
Them man pull up, and it's like, that was just not. And then you kind of, them all passing it around, just going raw.
You saw.
You just say, you're like raw, like. And then more of my brethren pull up, like they come through. We go into the after party, and then we just there vibing, and it's just like, you're just trying to process it, but then you're just like what does this mean, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where am I at? Like, what does it mean? Where you at? Like, like I'm like 32. Like,
That's why I say it's a young.
Yeah, it's a young
bro.
age.
Mad
You know what I'm saying? It's like
bro.
32, so you're like,
Yeah.
raw, like, alright, cool. You go to a party, and then you're just there, and then like, Adele pulls up. Like, you mean Adele, and then you're there like in a room, and you're like, so, oh yeah, congrats and that. You're like, yeah, man. Yeah, and then you're just.
It's only right though, you know.
Yeah.
It's only right, my bro. It's only right. Trust me. No, we're all people at the end of the day. None of them are better than you. Like, we're all. You've put your hours in. You've put your work in from the ground up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And even that, like the party, like we did that, like, because it was COVID times. Company couldn't really do it like that, but remember, like, this is pandemic, so I haven't seen Judas on a big screen yet. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and we hadn't celebrated the film. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought, like, we got to have a party, whether I win or lose. We got to have a party
Mandatory.
and celebrate this. And then, like, we invited the crew, cast, and we just had this house. It was sick, man. We had this house, and then even his son, Chairman Junior, came, and then like he hugged, man, and it was just like, he hugged, man. It felt like he was talking to me without speaking. Like, I understood him.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, I was like.
Buddy.
It was a
That's
mad-
satisfying for you to
Yeah,
know
what-
that, like, 'cause
It was just like, kind of like, he knows the pressure.
yeah.
He knows that, like, he knows the pressure.
And you delivered. You
Thank you.
delivered, bro. You delivered. All right. Speaking of parties, lighten it up a little piece, just for a moment. UK or US?
Parties.
Better parties.
UK, bro.
Say it again. So for that.
UK parties a bit.
All right. Food. UK or US?
US.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there as well. Still. Clubs.
UK.
UK, yeah.
Yeah. UK. New York's popping though. New York vibe.
pops.
But I haven't been to New York that much to like say every time I've always had a great time. But UK clubs are better.
Music, UK or US?
Bro, you're gonna get mad in the mad, man. Like, I think UK's in a great moment right now. I think UK's in a great
That's
moment.
some good politician answer right there.
That was-
See what he did
that
there?
was
That was
brilliant.
smooth.
That was
That's
Tory.
some
That
press
was
release.
Tory-like.
Yeah, that's
Lib Dems.
all right. Easy.
Get me, young Clegg.
UK or US? Women.
Women.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Women.
I looked at the PA. You know?
Right, I just like,
Man said,
don't do it. Don't do it.
I enjoyed. I can't really compare. It's women, man. You can't really. I mean,
That's
every
a great.
woman is different.
And that's such a true answer. That's such a true answer. You're right. We can't be doing
winner's
that.
answer.
No, that's the right.
But it's true because it's like you can't say like
Very true.
UK and there's
can't
obviously
do
different vibes. It's like I remember one time, sometime in LA, yeah, I was in a general. This is years ago. I went to a general and they were auditioning for a woman part, yeah, a female part, yeah, and then like sitting there, and then like there was a black woman there, there was an Asian woman there, there was a Latina woman there, there was a white woman there, and they all looked the same. You know what I'm saying? They all had like, the same features because like
Yeah.
LA actresses, like
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like they just looked this. I was like, raw. This is like this hybrid. They just look like similar. Like, so I mean, but that's LA. That's like actresses in. You know what I mean? But if you go to New York, it's a different vibe. You go to Cleveland, it's a different vibe. You go to New Orleans,
It's down to the individual.
so it's down to the individual to have
I-
what you're into,
I
what
agree.
you're about.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? So that's,
I agree. I agree on that. You're good.
come on, man. You know,
You're a pro.
I done my hours.
Yeah. You definitely done your hours. You're a pro.
done my hours,
No
bro.
flies on you, my friend.
Nah.
Yeah. All right. You've worked with some iconic actors and actresses. So I'm gonna ask you about some. Like for one, let's start with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
What was he like as an individual and working with him? How was it?
bro. Like, so when Get Out was popping and I was about to go on press tour, we had a dinner for Black Panther like before we started shooting. And he was the one who was like, he was asking me like, what interviews you doing? What's going on? Don't say this. Don't ever say that. Even if you've done it, don't say that. Don't say that. And this and like, remember on my birthday party, me, Daniel, and Lupita had a joint birthday party coming to America themed whilst we were shooting. We were born around the same time. And then like, he did a speech like hailing me up. Like when Get Out came out, he was just like, man, like you really did that. And he watched it like, I think he watched it a couple times during the shoot and that. And he was just like, he knew his role in this. He understood what he meant. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's like a tribe leader, essentially. I mean, it's like he understood like,
He knew his position.
he knew his position, and then he knew that like, and he could see that like I'm a man. I struggle to ask for help, yeah. And then like he could see that he just stepped in, and then he was like, yo this, yo that, yo this, yeah, take care of this, take care of that. This is gonna be this will happen. And he's just schooling me about like the game and how it works and the politics and this is that and the other. And I took a lot on. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a time when I needed the guidance. You know what I mean? Because it was about to pop, but I didn't know it was about to pop. But they saw I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they saw it was about to pop. And they were like, and even like, boom, we were at a bowling alley. Then like Get Out just popped and we had a bowling alley chilling. And then everyone's coming up to me for pictures. I'm taking pictures with everyone. And he's like, you don't really know yet. I mean, you can't really do, like, you got to protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? He'll just give you certain things that like, that tell you like how to move and like throughout like gems. I mean, but like one of the most hard-working people I've ever met in my life.
Okay. Someone I want to ask you about as well, because she's one of my favourite actresses. I don't know how closely you worked with her, but no, she was in Widows with you. Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Incredible. What's she like as a person? Why is that putting the face? They're incredible, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, we got to refine you a little piece, bro. You know what I mean? We got to give, you know what I mean?
You say about need more training.
Yeah, you need it. Yeah, you got to broaden your horizons. I'm serious.
That's not the actor I thought you was going to ask you about. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm going to ask about some, I don't know, I don't even going to say. But I'm asking Viola Davis, bro. Man's worldly. Buck knows about Viola Davis.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the arts.
Viola's like,
Talk the thing.
I remember when it was my first day in Widows, yeah, and then she was like, I was in the car in the scene, and then like she came out. It was like a scene. We wasn't in the same like area. I was in the car. She was on the street, and I looked at her. I was like, bro, I'm in a film with Viola Davis.
Come on.
You know when you actually look and go, bro,
Yeah.
okay, and then you're just like, all right, let me stay focused, man. This is mad. And then like she's just like, she again like they understand that you're green. Like I was green because I didn't come up in America. Do you know what I'm saying? So she was just little gems, little words of advice. But also she just respects herself. Do you know what I'm saying? On her set, she just holds her corner. Like I liked how she was moving on set. Do you know what I mean? But we didn't really have a lot of scenes together.
I
So.
saw that.
But we chilled a little bit, like in the thing, and she's like inspirational. Her perspective on things.
But can I say, even though you weren't, like you're saying, she was advising you and stuff, that's one of my favourite roles for me, you know. Maybe that's just because of me and I think in my head. But the way you killed that role, murdered it. Have you seen that film?
No, I'm not.
Watch Widows.
I did.
Watch his role in Widows. That's what I said. This guy's this guy's a next level actor, you know, because the coldness, even the little things you were doing. I don't know. I was thinking to myself, where did you get the inspiration for that? Because I saw some UK in the kind of that kind of like he made some guys just whack up a guy and then just went and he just turned the TV on and just sitting there just watching the TV. I'm not paying no mind to that. That's done.
Yeah.
Like, what did you draw for?
Yeah, you know, like I've just been around.
Come on.
I mean, so I see like
local.
So it's like I see, and then
that's what I was trying to say, basically.
You know what I'm saying? I seen, and then I'd seen, but remember, I grew up with them. It's not like like I know their mums. You feel me? It's like it's not like we was play fighting as youths. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then they go a certain way. You feel me? And then like I remember, I rarely see people that did like violent things accurately. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, man, are just, what's scary about it is that it's a job to them. Yeah. It's like, man, we'll just do it. Yeah. A lot of times you say, like, what? That's kind of like, well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, no, do that. And then you have a window into like, he had an opinion on, like, you've seen how many hours he's done. That's what's scary, is that like he's indifferent. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he's just like, boom, and he just says what it is. And also you just don't know what he's gonna do next. It's funny enough, I was like, when I was researching for this film I wrote, The Kitchen, and then like when I was researching for that, I met a couple guys from South, and then like I remember I just asked, like, you know when someone gets on the bus, and then like you know that, yo, this person, you know what I mean? You just know, innit? Yeah. And then I asked him, like, what is that? I was like, what is that? Yeah. And then he was like saying that they've done something that they'll never forgive themselves for. You feel me? So there's like so they're just they are separate from themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, like, for me, it was like bringing that kind of like, I am like, what's whatever. Like I've gone so far. Like, this is just whatever, like, and so you just, and he just doesn't care about anyone else or anything else apart from his older brother. So there's a lot of love in him, though. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just that thing where like, no, where's us lot? Fuck everyone else. Because again, I'm not hench, I'm not tall, I'm not like, but it's like, it's a mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I knew, it's a mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like a kind of like and I just understood it. I understand it. I understand it.
I saw that. Watching that, I saw that, because that's what it is. It wasn't a matter of over-aggression or anything like that. It was just that cold ruthlessness of, this is what needs to be done for this situation, and you just, everything was just right in that.
Yeah. So quickly though, just to touch on that, so you see like what you're saying about like something was going on and he switched on the TV and that, is that something that's written into the script, or is that something that you just do, like you take the role on, and then when in certain scenes you'll just act it how you see fit?
But it's funny, that particular scene, which was actually a longer scene, that scene was mad, the longer version of it, but it cut down. But like that was, it's funny, someone's calling me. Who's trying to call me, bruv? Let me know. I knew I should put my
Anna saying, listen,
it's not Anna. It's not Anna.
Look, phone in hand.
Anna's like, hey, listen, you're talking too much.
Too
right
much.
You know what it is? It's funny because I went off and because it was a stunt scene, so we went off and did the stunts. And Steve McQueen, the director, was on another scene, and then we came back to him. We went back to do the other scene, and then we was driving back, and he literally said to me, he goes, "What did the set say to you?" I was like, oh, you understand what I do. You feel me? Because more time I go in there and I go, I don't have it planned. I go, what's this saying? Am I going to do, what's that? Let me grab that. So, like, boom, and then like this, and yeah, I feel like, nah, that don't make sense. Like, so you're like the scene is the set is telling you what to the environment as opposed to I'm gonna do it like this and it's open. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play it like that, then go back, boom, watch it like this. I put the gun down here. Put the gun, the gun's there, so it's got to be in view. So then man know doing it. And, you know what I mean? It's like it's you're like so. That's how it is. I think the screen thing was written, but how you get there is how you get there, and your attitude there, and everything is that's what makes it alive. Because a lot of time it's like ideas that you've got in that moment. So it's like how I see it is like a lot of when I'm trying to do scenes, it's like the last edition, like a newspaper. This is like the last idea. Like it's mad present. I got that idea at that time. Do you know what I'm saying? I got the idea at that moment, and then so I like that when I'm just like I go to set and I don't really know how I'm gonna play it like that. I haven't like a kind of loose side, and then I just go.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad insight because you never know. Like when you watch things, you just watch things, but when you say it now, it makes sense because that's how you get gripped into certain things. Like when you're watching certain films with these actors because they just live in the moment of the scene.
So even like Get Out, the Give Me the Keys scene, that was improv. There was a whole written scene, and I was just like, man needs to get out. Like, why is he talking? Like, I'm gonna beat him up. I'm gonna ban him. I'm trying to like, yo, I'm not gonna do this. I can't. But I'm in the mode like this don't make no sense because I'm thinking about like the person that works at the bank that loves cinema and the logic, and it goes, well, wait, hold on, he's dead. Why don't you just bang him and bang him? His life's on the line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, exactly. So you're like, boom, boom. What's it? And then so then I said like that. So then Jordan was like, no, like, and then he was just like, oh, like just ask for the keys, and then he was asking for the keys, and then it's like, give me the keys, give me that whole was just on the spot, improvised. Yes. And then that got into the film, but that wasn't in the script.
Smashed it. All right. Tell me a little about your company, 59% Productions. Yeah. And is that what the kitchen's coming out on? Yeah, that separate venture?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all you tell me about that, the ownership thing, because you know.
You know what it is? It's like because obviously I wrote episode Skins when I was 18, and then I wrote another one at 19. We'll co-wrote another one at 19. And then I was like, you're like, what happens is then you're like hot. So all these producers want to chat to you and they go, oh, this is that and the other, and they want to talk to you. And then I just didn't feel comfortable giving anyone my ideas. Like I don't think anyone understood me. So then my whole 20s was me trying to get things started up, and then they would try and change your words to, they basically wanted your voice to say what they want to say. But then, oh yeah, no, we want you. And then I was like, I remember at 19, I was like, I've got to make a production company. Got to put it in a production company because there's no home for us. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like when Get Out happened, I was like, alright, cool, now's the time. Just saying, fuck it. And then like, I just started it up, got a deal, started it up. But then it was just about like, it's based off Moneyball.
I know Moneyball.
Book, the film,
I'm a film,
and the book. And then like, it's just about like, how, when I watched Moneyball, it felt like me. It felt like I understood things that other people feel that are, it's like things that are underestimated, but they're actually really important. Do you know what I'm saying? And the other stuff that people think are really important actually don't actually matter that much, but we just believe they matter because that's the machine. And that's what Moneyball did with baseball. You know what I'm saying? So I just saw certain things, I was like, yo, you can just do things like that. It made me feel like that. And then I calculated the win rate of that team in that season. They won like got a world record for the amount of wins and that amount of like undefeated consecutive wins, and then it was 59%. Then like I was listening to a lot of like football autobiographies. Then it's like listening to football like managers and stuff like that. So now I was listening win rate. So the Alex Ferguson's win rate is 59%, and I was like, well, that's what it is, because it's more about like that's what championship winning looks like. People go like, oh, like Alex Ferguson got to another level with that bad season. Yeah, sorry Alex, let me put some respect on him, man. He got to another level on that set, like, so then that's when he bought Tevez. He went mad and bought a couple players because he's like, nah, these people, like, it's like, actually, like, you're gonna lose. Things are not gonna work out, but you just gotta win 59% of the time. In a long game, it's 59%. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And then actually, when you get L, like one of my favorite sayings is blessings are poorly packaged. You feel me? So it's like when you get L, it's like, what's the blessing there? Yeah. What is this teaching me? Yeah. And that's what I felt like Sir Alex did. Like he just looked at it, like, nah, I ain't good enough. I gotta do. What is like, and like them Moneyball man, like you have to adapt. if something's not working, you got to adapt, and that's how I always moved. I remember I had this saying like, if I don't get 3 auditions, I've got to get at least 1 out of 3. If I don't get 1 out of 3, I have to retrain.
Yeah.
Because I can't afford it. I wasn't getting loads of auditions. I can't afford to do that if I'm going to do this. So career, I got to adapt. Do you know what I'm saying? And the way that I'm doing it ain't working. So it's more about that. It's like, this is what championship winning looks like. This is what winning looks like. This is how the mentality you got to learn to grow. And it's all about thinking differently and looking at places where other people aren't looking. Because a lot of time the mainstream, that lane is just oversaturated. There's too many people there. Do you know what I mean? So it was more like that. That's how the company came, yeah.
All right, you got another film coming, Honk for
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Tell me a little about that. That's coming out. I don't know when the release date is.
That's coming out September 2nd in America.
When will it be
So-
out over here?
I'm not sure yet. I don't even know.
Okay. Say the title again one more time for me,
Honk
please.
for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
A
And
lot-
that
a lot of-
there's-
yes, let's do that. A lot of
That's
people-
that's starring Regina Hall, and Sterling K. Brown, Nicole Beret. It's based around a Baptist church, and the man that has a scandal. It's based about a woman, how she deals with her husband's scandal whilst being still a woman of God. Do you know what I'm saying? And like how but she's still a woman. You know what I'm saying? And how she navigates that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was like one of the first scripts. These two, the Ibo twins, like producing and directing, writing partners.
Yeah.
And they just had this idea. They had this short film, and then we just developed it. Got Regina on board, got Sterling on board, and then now we're here. Yeah.
Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. We're going to look out for that. Another thing I want to talk to you about as we start to wind down. You rep Uganda to the fullest. I'm not going to lie. You, whether it's in your subconscious or conscious, you always mention you're very proud of your heritage, as you should be. Yeah. And I know from Ugandan friends that I've got, that Doug's got, like, what you mean to them and what you mean to your people. And I notice you always mention it. How important is it to you to represent Uganda and to speak on Uganda, and how important are you to them? Because I feel like you're like a big deal over there. Like if I went over there with you, I know my life's pattern.
Yeah.
Him and Big G, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
It was you know what it is? It's like there's moments like, so that even though some things that my mum did, like 6 weeks holiday, sometimes I'll just go Uganda, the whole 6 weeks. You feel me? And then like, I remember that was the first time I left the country ever, was going to Uganda at 7. And then like, I'm there now, and imagine I'm there like, no electricity sometimes. Like, there ain't no toilet. Like, you know what I mean? It's a culture shock.
It's good though.
And then, you mean, it's like humbled me. Every time I go there, I was humbled, and I would change my mind. You feel me? I would literally change my mind. Like, and then so I remember one time, first time I came back from Uganda to London, and then I saw someone, and I'm like, oh, a white person. And I was like, right, that's a new thought. I realized that like I could see a white person. Before I couldn't. I saw that I would see myself, but I went to a place where everyone looked like me. Do you know what I'm saying? So then it just kind of like, I realized I got a level of like, I grew a level of self-esteem being there, and I felt like I belonged. You know what I'm saying? Even though I like, in some respects, like I don't, because of the language barrier and because of this, that, and the other. So, but it's like I felt like I belonged, and so then it changed my mind. And then I remember when I went to 15 for 6 weeks again, and then like that was crazy, because I remember I saw this woman, went to some woman's place, and she lived in the bush, innit? She lived in, and back then I thought, from there, I used to go, I just have that mindset, yeah. And I went there, and then she cooked for me, cooked for us, like, and it started raining. She put leaves over us, and and I was like, wow. It was not like it was her attitude. She was just grateful. She was grateful for what she had. And then I was like, look at me, like I'm in London, and I got running water, I got electricity, I got opportunities, like, and I'm bitching. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it just fixed up my attitude. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, and that's something that you have to live to really understand. And then shit, like, just the attitude of people out there was just like, it just leveled me up. And then I think I came back to London, and then I think my career started then, because I just saw opportunities. I didn't see blocks. I just saw anything's possible. And I just, because it was just like, because it's your attitude towards it. It's just like, she didn't want for more. Like every time we want this, it's like I'm happy with who I am and where I am. I realised she had more than people that had more in London.
That could translate into what I was talking about earlier in your humility and how you are.
Yeah,
Because you come from humble beginnings.
Yeah,
If you remember the humble beginnings, it can translate.
Yeah. It's like even like going to Trini, like when Trini Carnival, like, do you know what I'm saying? And there's no hot water. You know what I mean? And then there's like, it's a bucket. You feel me? Like you're going like, and it's a long bucket, so it don't even make sense. So you have to pour
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
come on.
So it just reminds, like, we're sleeping on the floor. You feel me? This is 2012.
Yeah,
Like, it just like reminds you like how people are really living and their attitude. Do you know what I'm saying? It's cool, it's whatever. You don't actually need all this stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what like really like helped me.
So how do they feel about you over there, Uganda? When you land, I don't know when last you went. How's your Uncle Sam?
Uncle Sam, yeah. You tell your research, that's my guy. Uncle Man, the president. I was like, hey, president, what we saying?
Come on, Uncle Sam's
Uncle
living
Sam,
large
my
over
guy,
there.
you know, like it's just love. But I haven't been back since after Get Out, so it's like I can feel it's like when the talk is like it's mad.
When you guys gonna be?
So it's like it's pride, isn't it? It's pride, and then I just don't hide it. But it's not like I'm going, no, this is who I am. Like it's like that, those experiences are fundamental of my life. Like key life lessons was because it's being there. Remember, you're there at 15. There's no Wi-Fi, bro. There's no broadband. I had the Tupac albums. I had Biggie albums. That was my leisure. And Jay-Z. I'm just like CD player. That's it. Your cousin's 2 hours late. You're trying to get something, and your cousin's 2 hours late.
Yeah.
You just listen. Like, I mean, you're just like there. You're just there. You're not distracted. The TV, like, it's just so. Then it like, it's the formative years. I learned a lot about myself in Uganda. So, yeah, like, I mean,
I feel you. I was gonna ask you what made you do the Arsenal all or nothing thing, but that would be
I was going to
personal.
bring it up because I know this brother weren't going to talk
But I
about
didn't
it.
want to ban it. Of course, I was gonna bring it up. Of course, I was.
when I won an Oscar, when I won an Oscar, and I was like, and I heard about it all or nothing. The first thing I did was email my whole team.
Oh, you wanted that gig. You wanted that gig.
I was like,
Bad guy.
there is no one else in the world that is doing the voiceover. It is me.
Yeah.
Please make this happen.
Bro, when I watched that and I see
I
your
wish it
name
was a
pop up,
better. I wish it was a
happy I
better
was.
season for you, but I wish it was.
What do you tease with?
Liverpool, man.
That's what I'm saying, the era of arrogance.
This guy.
Arrogant.
Arrogant.
No, but they've always been
Yeah, you know.
arrogant. They've always been arrogant. We when they were 10th.
Yeah.
They were just going,
Bro,
We knew our worth. We knew
I
our
can't
worth.
lie though, when I see your name pop up on the thing and that, bro, it's just...
You happy, I like.
Yeah, bro,
Praise
come
the- come on. That's
Come
That's
on, fam.
that's the stuff like I'm like I even doing stuff like this, like this stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to be able to just do the stuff that I actually want to do. Like, a lot of times, people think they put stuff on the pedestal or certain things, but do you actually want to do it?
Yeah.
Do you watch that?
Yeah.
Would you watch that if you weren't in this game?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I would listen to this podcast if I weren't in this game. So then I'm here, like I did Big Breakfast. I'm like, I used to watch that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you mean it's like, and then so even like All or Nothing, it was like I watched that.
Yeah.
Spurs, Man City. I watched the whole thing. I'll do the whole like
In it.
binge.
We're in it.
And and so like for me, that's my blessing is that I just want to be in things and do things I'd watch.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Like and then so All or Nothing is just it's a big blessing, man.
Come on, it's all
on,
a blessing.
blessing.
So yeah, let's wrap it up. I've got to thank you for coming through.
Thank
Oh
you.
man, bless
Putting us on putting our humble podcast on your
On my
schedule and
You know what I'm saying?
It's the only podcast I'm doing, bro.
Only one you're doing on the whole.
The press one, yeah. And it's the only one in it. Yeah, it's the only one. And the nose.
I appreciate
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Like,
And I gave the nod.
And I give the
Anna
nod.
gave the nod.
But I was Anna get the. Wrap it up, man. But no. It's the only one, and I take in like the stuff that you're doing on this, like you be like creating a space for people to just be themselves. Not a lot of other things that, and then you get knowledge. Do you know what I'm saying? I say a thing, I get a lot of knowledge, and you see people from a different outlook. You're like, bro, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. So I just want to like be a part of this. You feel me? That's how I see it. I see everything as the same. It's just whatever you fuck with or not. Do you know what I'm saying? And whatever you take in or not.
rare.
You know what I mean? So
Coming and representing.
Well, and those
Come
words
on,
from the great Daniel Kaluuya, Oscar winner.
big up, man. Appreciate
We're
you,
gonna
bro.
wrap it up. Great to have you here. We appreciate every time.
Thanks for
Sure, I'll
having
see you at a party soon enough.
See you there.
A man's a party.
See you there.
You know what I'm
Change.
saying? Yeah.
Change.
That's
The
true.
Cuban is strong. The Cuban is strong. I've been googling Cubans. I got to dream bigger.
Winners Talking podcast. We're done.
Love.